My name's Catherine Horton, and because of your Faith Promise dollars, I was able to go to Bolivia this past January. And the team that I was with, we started building a foundation of a church for this church body that was already thriving and already spreading Jesus' love in their community. My first trip to Bolivia was in 2016. I went with my dad's church. He's a pastor in Owasso, and I went to Bolivia in 2016 with this idea that the people there were needy and that I somehow had something to give them that they didn't have. And the trip really just changed that perspective. I realized instead that they, with their economic poverty, they had found this complete dependence on God that I had never seen before. And that faithfulness just transformed my own faithfulness. And so when I came back in early 2016, I realized that I wanted to go into full-time ministry. And I found this job here at New Covenant doing communications, and it's really been exactly where God needs me. So in January of 2017, this past year, I went back for another trip. And we went to a church that was on the side of a mountain. And right across the valley was another mountain. And a couple of the congregation members for the church in Uni, they would come from the other mountain for service every Sunday morning. And it was a 2-hour walk there and a 2-hour walk back. And this isn't like Oklahoma walking. It's down a mountain and up another. And the Sunday we got there, it was pouring rain, just so wet that we couldn't even do the construction work that we were supposed to do that day. And this woman who had come was just in her 70s. It was insane to me, this just recognizing that she needed to be at her church, the church where she found God and also the church where she served God. We ended up going to the other mountain one day and visiting her home. And we were the very first guest she'd ever had. And she had found wood to put on the ground for benches so we didn't have to sit in the dirt. And she'd brought out towels and sheets and placed them over it. And she just wanted us to be welcome in her home. And she had made us this tea, like specifically made it for us. And she had to boil the teacups so we could drink the water, like drink out of them. And she wanted to pray over us beforehand, and she prayed to God, just crying out, thanking Him for loving her enough and noticing her life enough that He had sent these visitors. And I think that's how I see international missions now, is being the hands and feet, not doing things that they couldn't do themselves, but loving them the way God does. I mean, it was just the most humbling experience I'd ever had to be a representative of Christ for somebody.